All right, Chapter 8, Quadratic Functions. This chapter is an extension of the chapter that we just completed on factoring. We've been factoring expressions that look like this. Something like this. The expressions have had an x squared term, an x term, and just a regular number at the end. 3 terms, called a trinomial. That is this format right here. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That is called a quadratic function. Quadratic function. It has an x squared term and an x and a number at the end called a constant. The shape of a quadratic is known as a, so when you graph this, you get what's called a parabola. Parabola. Okay? And down here is a picture of a parabola. It looks like a big U shape. It's a U-shaped curve. The point where the parabola changes direction is called the vertex. So this point right down here, see this point right here where the parabola goes from down to up? That's called the vertex. Right there. This is also known as the minimum or maximum. So you could draw parabolas 2 different ways. You could draw them so they open upwards like this. In that case, you would have a vertex that is a minimum, because it's at the bottom, right? Or you could also draw a parabola that goes upside down like this. In that case, your vertex is at the top of the graph, which would make it a maximum vertex. Okay, so it depends on which way your parabola opens. If it opens upwards, then the vertex is at the bottom. This one opens up. If it opens downwards, then your vertex is at the top, and then it's a maximum. So we could graph, this is called the parent function. The parent function is the most basic parabola that you could graph, and it goes like this. It starts at the origin, and then it goes through 1, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 9. All the way up here. Basically, if you just take the values for x and square them all, because it's y equals x squared. So, and then we can also do some negatives. -1, 1, -2, 4, and -3, 9. And you get this curved shaped graph looking like a U. That's your parabola. So in your table, I always choose 5 points. I'll always choose 0 as the center point, then go out 2 points to the right, so 1 and 2, and then go 2 points to the left, so -1 and -2. So 0, 0 is the vertex, 1, 1, 2, 4, -1, 1, and -2, 4. There's also 3, 9, which we don't really need those. Those are extra, but you could write them if you want, and then -3, 9. The domain is all the x values. The range is all the y values. Okay, so the domain of this parabola is actually, it's -infinity to infinity. If you remember back to when we did domain and range, these have arrows on them, these graphs. These have arrowheads. So basically, your domain is going to go all the way left and all the way right forever and ever, both directions. So it's -infinity to positive infinity. The range is just the y value. So the lowest y value is 0. The highest y value is infinity because it goes up forever. The 0 gets a square bracket. The infinity gets a rounded parenthesis. All right, so that's just your basics on parabolas, graphing them. And we'll do the next video now.